Hey, EduConnect family, welcome to this another yet important session with me, Mr. Kamanga Joseph. Okay, so today yet is another interesting discussion that I would also like to share with you because I think one of the questions that we had in our previous meeting was I think a number of teachers asked the question to say we have a number of learners in our class, and in most cases, it becomes a challenge for them to concentrate after break. Okay, so today we're going to discuss how best can we help the learners after break concentrate in class, because we must know that in the morning, as we are starting the lessons, learners are active because this is when they're coming from home. Then now here comes the break. Now learners are from break. The class is not in shape, and learners still moving up and down. Others are tired because they're still discussing what they were doing during break. If it is football, okay. If others will find that they're even eating popcorns in class. Okay. So now, to capture the attention of those learners, what you just need to do, you need to do three things. Okay. So this is a mistake that we must make. Okay. So mostly the periods before or the periods after break. The first period just after break, we know that learners are not concentrating because they're still discussing what they were doing during break time. So you as a teacher, if you have the one coming in just from break, the first thing that you should be able to do in order to capture the learner's attention is that do not go straight to the notes. Okay, and this is the most important mistake that we must make. After break, dialect, we start okay, get your books, we copy notes. Learners will not settle in that way. Okay, so what we need to understand is that we need to do a brain reset, few minute brain reset. Okay, and this can be done by coming up with motor activities. Okay, so this can be even clapping. You as a teacher tell the learners to stand. They look at you. You clap thrice. They also do the same. That activity will keep them engaged, and also it is going to keep them active, focusing on you. All right. And I think one of the teacher where I am, I think you have been observing that secretary she has been using, and I feel it has been working because learners who concentrate on the teacher, trying to follow up that activity which you are doing. Okay, that is the best way. Another thing that you can do so that you can capture the attention of the learners just after break is you start with a question. Okay, yeah, you start with a question that is going to trigger the learners to start thinking. Okay, so for instance, I'm just giving an example. You ask them, okay, class, what can you buy if I give you a 50 kwacha? All right, so every learner will concentrate. They want to understand and they want to contribute so that they can tell you what they are going to buy if you are to give them a 50 kwacha. Now, the question will depend on the lesson that you are about to teach them. So prepare a provocative question that is going to trigger interest in the learners. That is going to make them think so that they should be able to concentrate in your lesson. If we do like that, you're going to realize your learners will be able to participate and concentrate as you are starting the lesson. Okay. So for instance, if it is science, maybe you are teaching on respiration or any other topic that will relate to the question, you ask them, okay, what makes you sweat when you are tired? Okay, that question will trigger something to them, and they would want to concentrate so that they can understand what you're trying to put across. So this is interesting because learners, their mind would want to understand what could be the reason and also what could be the best answer to that particular question. Okay, so they will concentrate to you as a teacher. All right. Then also studies shows that young minds, when they are seated for a longer period of time, their nerves they relax. Okay, so the brain will be more like shutting down. So what you need to do again, you can come up with another movement break. Okay, so when you're saying a movement break, maybe for them to do an activity, they can stand, stretch, touch your toes here and there. So these activities, they'll try to build the interest in the learners, and also they always try to remain active. Okay, so the most thing that I've just noticed is that it is very difficult on secondary section. Most teachers, when you go to secondary section, they feel, let's just go direct to our business of the day, which is just teaching, forgetting that these important activities are also going to build interest in the learners. So we need to understand to say not only learners need to learn, but for them to be able to learn, we need to provoke that interest from them. Okay, so if they are going to enjoy your lesson, come up with ideas that are going to provoke the learners to enjoy that lesson. It is our responsibility as teachers. Okay, so even on the secondary classes, we can be able to come up with activities that will bring about the interest to the learners. Let not our teaching be so strict that it will not be so interesting to the learners, but let's come up with activities that are going to bring about learning, and also make sure that that period just after break, it is going to be interesting, and you as a teacher, you feel that you have really achieved your goals. All right, it has been Teacher Kamanga. Thank you.